Hello everybody, and welcome in to episode 22 of Pixel Yaps, featuring me, Cesire, and my co-host here.
Loonaromi, hello everyone.
We hope you're having a lovely beginning to your Friday or end, depending on your time zone. We've got lots on the schedule as always. It never feels like a lot, and then I write it down.
Like we always start with Cess messaging me like, I don't really have anything for today. And then me messaging back with like one or two ideas, and Cess been like, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, we have lots to talk about.
Well, and we can honestly talk about a little, a lot. So
a little about a lot about a little.
A lot about a little. Yeah, like we can really drag that on if we want to.
The ramble genes are strong.
As always, we will start with what we have been up to since the last Pixel Yaps. Now, bear in mind, dear Loonaromi finally took a break.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I feel like I haven't been up to anything because I haven't been.
So her schedule's been a little bit lighter. Well, I say she took a break, but she worked. But she wasn't streaming.
I wasn't streaming.
But, you know, it's still a lot of Pokopia, like, let's be real.
I did one Pokopia stream. One singular Pokopia stream. And it wasn't even all Pokopia. It was only for like 2 hours.
That's a crime.
Okay. See?
2 hours?
Only 2 hours. Also, I did play Pokopia before stream that day, so, you know. And Pokopia wasn't even on the schedule that day, but,
Chaos Luna.
It's just a mere 2 hours.
But you did start some more Guild Wars 2 again. How are you feeling about that?
I'm honestly really liking it. It, again, you know, Guild Wars 2 is like, God, with their storytelling, it's like very low action, somber kind of storytelling. Everything's going like really slow paced, and you're like, oh man, where's the action? And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, we're just gonna, kill off this character here, and it's like, oh, okay. Out of like nowhere, like, you know, I did not see that coming. Okay, I was so surprised. I couldn't really process it because I was just like, what in the world? You know, like I've played Final Fantasy 14, and we're very familiar with them wanting to kill off beloved characters. So like,
yes, of course.
I'm familiar with the concept. But I feel like even in Final Fantasy, there's like some kind of like more action happening beforehand, and there's this like kind of build up where you just kind of know, okay, they're gonna reach peak when they kill off one of these people here, right? But like there was nothing big happening. We were just trying to meet up with the other group, and then bam, done. And I was like, what, why?
Yeah, so I think when it comes to Guild Wars 2 storytelling, part of that, I guess, like, whiplash effect is that Guild Wars 2 doesn't tell the whole story through, like, cutscenes.
Yeah.
A lot of the story is told through the meta events and, like, the event chains. Like, you'll get story through those. And so it can be really easy to not get the full picture right away.
Yep.
Which, you know, is both a good thing and a bad thing. I think it's a unique thing that Guild Wars 2 does. But there are, you know, some people who are looking for like the more traditional story that they're like, oh, Guild Wars 2 has like no story, and it's just like the story is all around you. The story is the world.
I will say I'm in the Heart of Thorns expansion now, and like I have no idea what's going on. Like in terms of like the world map exploration, like in the previous maps, like you kind of knew, like, you know, it was more, I guess, easy to navigate. You just kind of knew, okay, this is the point of interest over here. This is like this mini event over here. And you went to just go and do those things. But I feel like in Heart of Thorns, there's so many varying things happening all at the same time, all around the same place. And I just feel so sorry about my child.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just just
I
power through it.
feel so like super confused and a little bit overwhelmed. And like I was doing. I think I'm in a way I'm fortunate that I'm doing it during stream
Hmm.
because like I literally just followed whoever was in my party. Like we had one of the community members that was helping me out, and then you joined later as well, and before that
Hmm.
we had another community member help. So I always like I had somebody always in the party to kind of like drag me along of where I needed to go. Even over here you can see if you're watching the video, somebody actually put a marker above the person I need to talk to for my quest because I kept on walking past them. Because there's just so many markers and so many things to see and do, and I'm like, I'm just gonna click on everything and hope for the best. That's kind of like what I was
Yeah.
doing.
I mean, it was their first expansion and they added the gliding. And so they really wanted to showcase, I guess, kind of how they've grown and like what the engine could do. So they made a map with a lot of verticality, which turns out confuses a lot of people.
Yeah, no kidding. Dude, the
But
gliding is so mean.
it'll get better once you get the
It's so
masteries.
mean.
Once you get the mastery that you don't have to, you won't lose
Oh
your
my
endurance
god.
anymore, then you're fine.
I was just gliding. I was like, this is gonna be great. I can just glide everywhere now, right? So I was just gliding along, and I'm gliding and gliding and gliding, and then this like yellow bar keeps on going lower and lower and lower. And I noticed it, and then as I was noticing it, I was literally to chat, like, guys, what's that bar that's quickly depleting? Oh my god, why is it depleting? And then that was that. I fell to my, I managed not to die because I managed to like regain just enough to get a soft landing. But yeah. Definitely, I can't just glide
Yeah.
everywhere now. I need to actually
Well,
be careful.
and the mastery system itself is kind of designed in such a way that it has you exploring the map because you got to spend time in the Heart of Thorns maps
Mhm.
to build up those mastery tracks and to get those mastery points. And so that's kind of how they want you to familiarize yourself with the area. And so uh, Guild Wars 2, again, one of their unique features that they do is kind of the way that they do their events. And so this is where they really started to push the idea where, like, yes, this entire map, all of the events are working towards this end goal, which is the night sequence in this map. Um, and then you fight a bunch of
Yeah, that's
bosses.
so confusing. The night and day sequence. Like I kept on hearing you guys mention it, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just following you guys, and I'm doing the quest. I think. Um,
Yeah, and while you're doing story, it's not important. It is just something. It's something you'll get used to because
okay.
this is very much what Guild Wars 2
I feel
does.
very, very confused right now by Heart of
Yeah,
Thorns.
and
I
again,
had a good
Heart of
time.
Thorns is mean.
Yeah.
Like Heart of Thorns is mean. It's even veteran players, me and like Lava Slug and others will say like we will Heart of Thorns is the hardest place in the game.
Yeah, no, I've heard it said so many times. Like the moment I unlocked Heart of Thorns, like I was like, part of me was excited because I'm like, yay, first expansion, let's go. But also, I've heard it many, 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 many times. It's a pain in the ass, and I'm like, I don't know how excited I am actually for this.
But you have people with you, and Guild Wars 2 is supposed to be a more social game. So
Yeah, I've
even when you
definitely noticed
don't
that.
have people and you want to do like, say you want to do some events to work on your mastery, right? Well, you can always look for those like little Dorito tags, and that's a
Hmm.
commander, and they're generally leading people through the events. And so like you can just
Okay,
no brain follow them.
that's what I need. No burn
Yeah,
follow. Yeah,
yeah. So
that's
like
me.
once you start getting used to it, it's not so bad. But the overwhelming thing, like we definitely believe it, and that's why players are so they're so quick to be like, I will come join you.
I mean, it
Like,
was great. It was great. I honestly sometimes like with some of these games, I'm like, I don't know if I can play this off stream.
yeah. Well, and the nice thing is that Guild Wars 2 is very friendly in that respect because like all
Yeah.
you'd have to do is hit something once, for example, to make sure that you
Yeah.
get credit. And so like it really makes it easy to just go play with just random people who are running around the map or go play with a huge mob
Hmm.
of people because you're not being left out of the loot, of the experience and stuff, and it's a more comfortable and safe feeling way to get used to the game because you're not alone. You have people healing you and stuff. But yeah, I hope you continue. You're gonna have to see Bram's arc now.
Oh, Bram's. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're gonna start running into some of the top tier Guild Wars 2 memes.
Love it. No, I did enjoy it, and I do have I have a lot of going on this month in terms of MMOs and game plans and stuff. But Guild Wars 2 is on my plans of games to play this month.
Schedule?
Yes, I think that's how I say it. Schedule, whatever. I'm planning to play Guild Wars 2 this month some more, but yeah.
All right. Well, moving on. I have actually been like, believe it or not, on another indie kick. I know. It's a shocker.
What?
It's a real shocker.
I have never heard Cesire play any indie games ever.
I've played a lot recently, actually. So I'm gonna try and not monopolize too much time. I did get to.
Looks so cute. I wanted to play this one.
I did get to check out Frogholm. I was I managed to snag a key, which I was very excited about because for people who don't know my community, I have become the frog streamer.
Yep.
It just kind of happened. I like frogs a lot.
Frog story.
Yeah, I even had a frog avatar this day because I was sick. Yeah, so Frogholm is this interesting narrative mystery game. You go to an island that you were raised on because you're taking over the pub from your uncle who has sadly passed away. But your uncle's boyfriend is missing. He's been missing for a little while, and so you're kind of trying to uncover this mystery of where he's at, but you also make drinks for the little frog customers as you're progressing the story. And so you make drinks out of like little bugs and stuff, and it's kind of it's like a Tetris style game where you have to like get them in the right spot. It was very creative. It was a shorter game, which is sometimes very nice. I was able to do it in one stream. But I really, really enjoyed it. Like the storytelling, the characters, they're very silly, but they felt real. And the gameplay mechanics are pretty fun. You have like a couple different maps you go to, and you collect ingredients for the tavern while you're still, uncovering this mystery. There's a lot of dialogue, a little bit of decision making. But yeah, it was really cute. And the frog model that you play as is just absolutely adorable.
He looks so goofy. I love it.
So goofy. It had some silly, silly moments. I really, really enjoyed it. That was Frogholm. Highly recommend. And then we did Myth Match, which I've talked about before because I played it during Next Fest. What is my thoughts on the game release? I love it. It is so much fun. You
hesitated there for a moment, and I honestly thought you were gonna say I actually wasn't impressed. I was like, "Whoa, no, what?"
I loved it. It shouldn't be so fun, but it is so fun because it's like a match 3 game in like a 3D world. Which when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know how they're gonna do this. Like, it doesn't compute, but it works. And the little characters bouncing around is cute. The art, yeah. The art is so cute. Yeah.
It's very pretty art, yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing that drew me in was the story. You're Artemis, a young Artemis, the Greek goddess, except for you're not a goddess yet. You are trying to earn your place as goddess of the hunt, but the gods are a little bit sexist. And so they're like, that's a job for a god, like a man. And so we're just like, oh, bet. I'm going to show you. So you go through these, like, you go into this town, Ithaca, and by helping them improve their lives, they believe in you more, which makes you stronger. So you do these different challenges up in Olympus to become a god. It's very, very fun. And they tell you how to pronounce the names, which I love.
Oh my god, I see that.
Yeah, I thought that was very
cool.
Nice.
That's so good. I love that. Yeah, no, that's a great way to do it. That way you're not there like, No Zai, no Zao. You
Yeah.
know, you're like, oh no, okay, that's how you do it. Okay, that's really
Right.
cool.
Yeah, I
I
thought that
like
was
it.
a really nice touch. And I did receive a key for this one as well, but I think I think it was
Keys
really well
galore for
made.
Cess.
Yeah. I just apply for all of them.
So I was like, okay, I haven't played this one, it applied. This one applied. This one applied.
Well, like I said, I was incredibly impressed with this one. I didn't play the Next Best Demo on stream, but I played it alone, and I was like, "Oh man, I should have played this on stream."
Well, I'm glad you got to actually play the actual game on stream then.
Yeah, and we're gonna play more whenever I find the time.
Okay. Sounds
Um,
cute though.
and then Luna. Well, we can talk a little bit about Palia if you'd like. The
Palia?
Palia update.
Deep Haley update. I mean, first of all, we got bobbleheads.
I'm so proud of them for doing a proper April Fools.
Me
I thought it
too.
I thought it was kind of funny because I was in Nordenheim's server and somebody was like,
Oh yeah.
"Hey, do they do April Fools?" And I was like, "They've only done like the glasses and you had to pay for them, so no." And then 20 minutes later, they're like,
Bet.
"I'm very proud of them.
Only
I love it."
glasses, huh? I will say one thing. I don't remember the exact same price they were, but I feel like the glasses last year were very, very cheap.
Yeah,
In relation to the April Fool's horse mask that they added this year. It was 777 paleo coins, which I thought, I know it's not like a lot, but I felt like it was still too much for like a gag type thing.
I think the
Also,
price difference is because it has emotes.
maybe. Also, I have to say, creepiest thing Paleo has added.
I
Like,
love it. Did you see how it wiggles?
creepy. Oh, I hate it. I had a whole rant about it on chat about how much I hated it. And I zoomed in and everything and I showed off the wiggle. Oh my god, I do not like it. Animal masks like that have always creeped me out. And I hate that there's now one in Palia.
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
goodness. No, I'm not about the horse masks. The bobbleheads were freaking amazing. I loved them. I kind of wish that we could have it like be a permanent thing to like be a toggleable permanent thing, you
Well,
know?
I'm wondering if they're gonna add like a tonic or a potion that you can
Yeah, that would
use.
be really cool. Absolutely. But
That's what,
no,
yeah.
in regards to the update, I was actually checking out, you can see it right now on the screen. I was checking out the new photography, which I'm surprised. There were quite a few Paleo players in my chat that didn't know that they had updated this. So I'm really glad that I was able to showcase it because I think it's really cool, and I do believe that they have plans to grow it more. So I'd really love people to like give their feedback or suggestions of what kind of different camera modes they would like to see. Yeah, I was stalking Hassian a little bit there. I was trying to see if I could get him to not look grumpy. I think we got one where he looked kind of thoughtful and less grumpy. Like there, see right there. Yeah, see, he doesn't look grumpy there. He just looks thoughtful. But yeah, no, he's got that perma grump on his face. It was a lot of fun though. We took a lot of pictures. I just kind of went through the world first person for a bit there and just shot anything I saw. Like Cernux and stuff. It was great. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what filters they'll add because they're definitely gonna add
Yep.
more filters.
Absolutely, they have to. The sepia filter is so good though. I love that it does like the old camera effect as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I like that you can like zoom in really nice and close, so you can get like really good like shots of Cernux or other fleeting critters if you want. Um,
Sorry, the big head. It is so funny.
I love it.
Well, yeah, and I think basically what this was a rework, and so I feel like they've built a system that they can add stuff to much more easily now.
Yeah.
And it feels a lot better to use. The old one felt a little bit clunky.
Clunky. Yep.
Yeah, and so
Absolutely.
this feels a lot. It looks a lot better.
Yeah, and I think this will also be really great for like if you like doing home tours without any UI visible, because you can hide UI in photo mode now. So you can basically go in first person, hide UI, and really up close appreciate the scenery or the house that you're looking at without any kind of screen clutter.
Yeah,
Look at the
yeah.
lobby.
Well, and they have so many good models in the game,
Yeah.
from like items to the characters to like the little,
Yeah,
the little animals. And so I think being able to take better pictures of them is going to help like the content creation team, for example, get much better quality
absolutely.
pictures to share, or like, get a picture of the bee and make it a cutout, like stuff like that. I think it
Absolutely.
just opens
Agree.
a lot of possibilities. Plus, I think the feature of being able to put it on your little in-game profile is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I think that in-game profile thing, it's a little bit it's not something I've seen a lot of before.
I think it's still a work in progress.
Yeah, it is, but I think it has a lot of potential for the kind of game
Absolutely.
that Palia is.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then apart from that, obviously I actually managed to get a new Golden Glory Bee plushie. That's some new
Same.
plushies. They put up the spawner time for the Duskwings. Still haven't gotten the Duskwing plushie, unlike someone. Um
I
I'm
got
not
two.
salty. I'm not salty.
Well, so they're the only things that spawn there. There's no more butterflies during the
Oh
Duskwing
my god,
time.
good point.
So it's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got quite a few. Yeah, and we ended up getting a Golden Glory Bee, so that was exciting, like a plush.
Hmm.
And yeah, there's a new bulletin board, which I will say getting those eggs on a new bulletin board
I
is
don't like it.
a pain. It's a
I
pain.
think if you do ranching and gardening, you can make up some of it, but it's
Yeah.
random, so it's a little bit, I don't know.
That
I feel
whole time I
like
played Palia for 3 hours, I got one egg.
yeah, like I feel like when it comes to the those kind of things, it's like, well, I wouldn't be so bothered if I knew how long I had, but I don't know how long
Yeah.
I have, and that really, really bothers me because I'm just like, well, you
I think
know,
it'd be really handy for them to add a timer
yeah, and I
on the
know that they
thing,
don't
like a
because it's
countdown.
tied to the next update, but it's just like, I mean, you got to give us something because the uncertainty of it is really killing the cozy.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you feel
Uh,
like you have to go quick and go hard, right? A
mm-hmm.
little bit. It'd be nice if they add like a timer of the date it will be, like the earliest date until when it
Yeah.
will be up. Like I know the time frame is generally until they bring up the new update, but like let's say, ideally the new update will come out April 20th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then set a timer up until April 20th. If the update then
Exactly.
ends up taking some more time, it ends up taking some more time, and we have a bit of extra day for the bulletin board, you know?
Yep.
Or hear me out, just have some days without a bulletin
Or
board.
just
I
like
don't know.
find a way to not have the bulletin board be on a timer. Like they did it with the
Yeah,
star path, or not the star path, the lunar path.
the
So
lunar path. I do, I'm generally kind of against battle pass like things, but I have to have Japalia. I do like how they did the lunar
they did it
path.
right. Yeah.
You can pay for one of the paths, and it's paid for forever. It doesn't have a timer of you need to then, once you pay for it, need to do within 30 days. Once you've paid, you paid. It's there. It's done. Um, so there's that, and then you can switch out and switch back to whichever path that you want to progress in at any given time. So I do really like how they took the battle pass and they made it casual.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they nailed it on that, and it's why it's
Yeah.
a little bit extra disappointing that they have kind of failed so much on the bulletin board.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
know
I
like
do
they're
think.
they're adding items to the Killama coin register, but I'm like, well, just put all of them there. Like, there's a bunch
Mhm.
missing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Paleo devs are always very receptive to feedback. So, like, if there is something that you or anybody else feels like this needs to change or this could be improved in this way, let them know. Let them know because they do value feedback, and they do take it on, and sometimes they do exactly what the community asks for, like word for word. So, you know, give that feedback if you've got it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. They're very receptive to it. And I know they've heard a lot of it because they know the community, so they know.
Well, and I still have to say, I feel Palia kind of caught me by surprise because, like, I remember when I played the alpha and stuff, I was like, I feel like this game is either going to be a massive hit or a complete flop. I don't think there was much room for an in-between, you know? And I'm so happy to say that I feel like it's been an absolute hit.
Mm-hmm.
The player base is constantly growing, constantly increasing. I've just had another friend from the community that popped into Palia for the first time, and they've been loving it, you know? And I mean, Nordenheim, you've seen how obsessed Nord has become with Palia. I was recommending it to him for like a full on year before he got into it. But now he absolutely loves it. And it's got, especially if you enjoy cozy games. I know there's like such a variety of cozy games, but I feel like Palia really has something for everybody who enjoys cozy games.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I agree. I think, and you're right, there wasn't much room for in between because there isn't in the MMO world, you know? You either make it
No.
or you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And then just
Yeah.
a small addition. I did start the new story, and I
Oh.
will say, wow.
Really? Oh, do I need to do it?
Well, it's just, I just love how Paleo's like, we're this cozy game, and like this latest story is just like, whew, heart-wrenching.
Oh my god.
It's good. It's good, and I can see why they took some time to make it happen. And I'm very interested to see how you'll feel about it later. I'm trying not to give any spoilers, but the way that they did it and the little instance that they've added is very, very interesting. So, I think I haven't finished it yet, but I think in terms of the way it actually feels meaningful, that like it feels like a meaningful step forward. And a meaningful addition to the Palia lore, which is very interesting.
Palia lore is really good. The Palia lore is really good. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, Palia, free to play. Go enjoy it. Work on your bundles. Get some plushies.
Do the things. Absolutely.
The other thing that I got to play that I was so excited about because I loved the demo. I got to play Tiny Bookshop.
Oh, this is like a game I've been meaning to play for so long, and for some reason, it always slips through my fingers.
Yeah, so they were doing a promotion because they're doing some physical editions for like PS4 and Nintendo Switch. And so I was able to like fill out a thing and snag myself a key. It's so fun. It's so cozy. And my favorite thing about it is that they use real books. And so when I'm reading through the descriptions to try and like do the recommendations, I'm like, oh, I might add this to my library list. It's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. I love to use real books. What the heck?
Yeah, or I'll be like, oh, I know this book. I've read it. It's just so cozy, and like the way that the story kind of progresses through, you know, meeting the townsfolk and doing their little quests while you're just selling your books. It all just works, to be honest. Like decorating your little library, filling up the shelves. It just works. It scratches that itch for me. I love it. But I am a big book reader, so it kind of felt like, well, yeah, of course I would love it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Tiny Bookshop. It's been out for a while. I think it still has a demo, but just
I think so,
really fun. Especially if you like that cozy job sim type game, but with a narrative, because like there is like a whole story of the town and stuff like that. That's very interesting to parcel together.
It looks really cute.
Yeah,
I love it. One day I
it.
will play this game. I don't know when, but one day it will happen. I know it. I feel it.
Be prepared for a lot of reading.
Yeah, you see that? I think that's the reason why I haven't played it yet, because I'm not reading and me. We're not great friends.
Well, and you can always just, you know, you don't have to read it all. You can always just summarize, right? Like you don't have to be me.
The good old read the first and the last page.
Yeah, you know. get the gist of it. It's fine.
Oh god. Yeah.
So yeah, that was really fun. And then I've talked about this game a couple times before as well. I got to play The Wide Open Sky is Running Out of Catfish. I actually just finished it yesterday, and the dev was there, which was so cute. Oh my god, I loved it. I loved it. Like the Pokemon Snap style gameplay, the flying around as a little sea serpent, the silly little story unfolding through like chat messages and whatnot. Like it just all worked for me. I loved it. I also loved filling the sky with fish. Like so, like as you got through and you were like, you know, finishing up your Pondpedia. That was what it was called.
Pondpedia. Yeah.
The sky would just be full of all of these different types of fish all flying around, and it was just magical. I had a lot of fun. Highly recommend, especially I wouldn't recommend it if you have motion sickness. The dev did say that if they do well enough, like if they sell enough copies, they want to go back and do some more accessibility things, including trying to make it a little bit less motion sicknessy. But yeah, I think for me, who doesn't really get motion sick, I was fine. And I had a lot of fun. They have these like little kind of mysteries that you can solve throughout, that were really fun to parcel through a little bit. Just like, oh, okay, I think it's this, and then just being wrong. Almost giving up on the biggest mystery of all, which would have been a travesty. But yeah, that one was really good. And then I just wanted to talk about one last game in terms of recently played. Because I am an official creator for them.
Wasn't on a break. I was.
Well, so Voyagers of Nira, you guys have heard me talk about it before, because like I said, I am a creator for them. They had a nice beefy update. They added farming. They added weather. And they added more spirit interactions. Oh god, is this where I die? Sorry, I got distracted by the video.
Please die. Please die. Please die. Yes! Love it.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that happens a lot actually. But so the weather is obviously nice because before you had kind of, obviously you're on this island and it was very idyllic, but it was always sunny, you know? And that's nice, but it doesn't really feel alive, in my opinion. Yeah, and especially for a game that's like, it's a cozy survival, but there is survival. So the weather has been really nice because the rain, you know, creates like a fog, which just like covers the land and makes it look so mystical. And especially if you're out sailing and you like, you know, start coming up on some of the big colossal rocks and they uncover slowly, right? It just adds this mystique to it. And you can get struck by lightning.
That's lovely.
Yeah, you can get struck by lightning. I haven't gotten struck by lightning yet. So
chat.
Yeah,
it'll happen. Chat.
It will happen. But yeah, and so like the weather definitely adds this nice. It changes the ambiance a little bit. And also it waters your crops if it rains, which is nice. And the farming is cute. You get to gather seeds from gathering. And they have like different seed stages, which are kind of cute to watch grow. They grow pretty fast, honestly. It was like 3 waterings and my mushrooms were grown.
Oh, nice.
So that was like 3 in-game days, which are pretty fast, you know. And I think for me, because I like cute things, my favorite thing is the spirit interaction. So basically before, they only really interacted with their amenities. Which were like very specific objects, right? Like the feast table, the bed, whatever. But now they will interact with pretty much anything in your base. So say you place a bench, a spirit might be sitting on it later, or you place a hammock, there's a spirit sleeping on it. And they even went a step further where some of the workstations now have spirits associated with them. So like say you're using the mana forge, the little manatee is just chilling on top of it, and there's another one chilling in the mana. It's so cute.
Sounds adorable. I need to get back into Nair. I need to give it another go.
Yeah, well, and I mean, it's still early access. They are aiming for a 1.0 release, I believe, later this year. So, that could be a really good time to get into it. But I think it's moving in a really good direction. And I love how responsive the devs are. Like, they're just, they take that feedback, they take it to heart, and they try to implement what they can or what they feel fits for the world that they're trying to create. And so it's really shaping out to be a beautiful survival game. Like, yeah. I'm having so much fun with it. I started a new one, so I didn't really have much to showcase yet. Because they also changed the way that spirit anchor works. So now all the other furnishings, just like regular benches and stuff, also add into the points for the sanctuary, so they also help level it up. Which is nice, because then you can kind of decorate your base the way that you want to. And still level things up and have just kind of different, just it makes it more unique from other players or whatever. So very, very, very pleased with the update so far. Yeah, early access. Check it out if you're really into cozy survival. Definitely add it to your wish list, because when it fully launches, it's already solid. But they're planning
it very early on. I want to say, right? And
kind of, yeah.
I really enjoyed it back then already. Like, it was a good game. For me back then, it just wasn't fleshed out enough yet to really keep me. But like, I fully have every intention of hopping back to it at some point, because it does look really good, and I've been loving seeing you and Lava and some other friends still playing it and showing all of the new stuff that they are always adding. So I'm very excited to hop into it again at some point in the future. Absolutely.
Yeah, and like their next major update, they're gonna be tackling underwater, because underwater for a game like this is pretty disappointing at the moment.
Okay.
And so
really, I mean, I loved the underwater when I was playing it.
It's pretty, but like there's a lot of water and it starts looking very the same.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, so they're gonna flesh it out and like actually like make it worth exploring, which I'm so excited about, because like you have obviously the oxygen bar, right? But there's like hardly any reason to explore very deep, because there's just nothing down there. But that's going to change, and I think it's going to bring a lot of life to the game, because it's already a very gorgeous game, but it's just like, yeah, if you're going to have this much water and you're going to have a swimming in it, we got to have some differences here.
We got to have more.
Yeah. So that's an update I'm really excited for. And yeah, we'll see how it pans out. I think they're moving in a really good direction. Some of the optimization is getting better, always adding quality of life, So I'm excited to see where they go. And that's my spiel on Voyagers of Nira. Play it. It's so good. All right. Did you want to talk about the game that you're excited about?
The game, I haven't done any more research on it. I'm going to be dead honest. But let me quickly get it up.
We are professionals.
We're very professional. Songs of Glimmerwick. So this is a game that does not have a release date yet. I will say that. But I do believe it either already has one, or it's going to... No, it has one. It has a demo available right now on Steam, apparently. I say apparently because I went on a demo page and there's no download button.
Oh, that's... Maybe it was for Next Fest or something.
maybe, but they do have or had a demo out. Yeah, I think my Steam's just being silly right now. Because it's not updating the website, the page. But it looks really cute. It looks like a more, it doesn't have any like outlines, like the art style and stuff doesn't have any outlines. It's just like it looks kind of almost like watercolor painting kind of art style. And it's basically like it's a woodland fantasy world where you you cast spells, like you go to a I'm just gonna read the description instead of trying to describe myself. um it says, become immersed in a musical woodland fantasy world where casting a spell is as easy as playing a song. Attend classes, grow the university garden, make friends with classmates and townsfolk, and explode the island's many oddities and mysteries in the story-driven Witch Academy RPG.
This is such a you game.
Oh my god, I am... Oh my goodness. So I used to, back when I was a kid, back when they had like their very first game, I used to play that one wizardry game on my Game Color and stuff, and I always loved it. And I remember getting some games like later on in my childhood, and none of them really captured that same magic that I felt playing that very first one. And I feel like this might be it. Like looking at the art style, looking at the the play style that we can see on the video on their Steam page, it looks extremely promising. It looks super, super cute. And I'm very excited to play this. I think I will most definitely be playing this on stream at some point, because it looks amazing. It's like a magic open world witch woodland fantasy world with music, and oh my god, I'm really excited for it. I'm really, really excited for it. So yeah, this is Songs of Glimmerwick. Definitely check it out if you haven't had the chance to do so already.
There you go. Add it to your wish list. Do they have? I think there's still a do they have a release date now?
No, it's just us to be announced.
Okay. So you add it to your wish list so you know when it comes out, or once we know, it'll probably be on our upcoming releases.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so speaking of kind of like fantasy worlds and stuff that are upcoming. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, according to Lava Slug, the demo will be public soon on April 7th. So there you go.
Cool. Demo will be good. Yeah, so another kind of fantasy style game that's upcoming that both Luda and I are already part of the creator program for is Loftia.
Yay! I'm excited for Loftia.
Yeah, we wanted to bring it up because they actually do have a closed beta coming up, which I know you hear closed beta and you're like, oh, well then why do I care? Well, they are giving away some closed beta access keys in their Discord, on their socials, so you can still get in. But that will be starting April 22nd, and it will be going until May 6th. So that is going to be a pretty exciting time for those of us at Pixel Yaps. Because we're very excited. If you haven't heard of Loftia, it's kind of interesting to describe, to be honest.
It's a solar punk game, first of all.
Yeah, solar punk, which is like my new favorite genre.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Basically, it's cute dystopia. It's all about cooperating to build a better world, a more sustainable world. So, like, basically, you're going to be able to work with other community members to do very large projects to improve the area around you. But you also get to have your own island to decorate. And you can, like, connect your islands to your friends' islands and build a neighborhood. So, I just
look ridiculously good, and if you have not heard about it, highly recommend checking it out and trying to get into that beta playtest, honestly. because it's just yeah, it's looking really really heckin' adorable.
Yeah, and so you can actually see the full information on the beta and also enter for some giveaways at loftia.gg/beta.
Yep. There's a FAQ page as well where they answer a lot of questions, so definitely check that out as well. And be sure to enter your email so you can join their mailing list and have a chance to win that beta.
Yeah, and we're allowed to stream it, so you can bet your booties that we will be showcasing some Loftia as soon as that beta is open. So
Yeah,
keep your eyes
we're
peeled.
part of the Loftia partner program, so there's probably going to be some Loftia partner collabs happening.
That's right. Okay. Moving on. So I just wanted to briefly mention a showcase that I was emailed about and had a chance to watch. There was a showcase over the weekend called, or I think it was like 2 weekends ago, Glitched Women in Game Dev. And they actually, I was honestly, when I was watching it, I was a bit surprised because they mentioned a lot of games that I knew about. But not necessarily that I knew were technically, women in game dev games. So I really appreciated the showcase for like, oh, that's a fun fact,
Mm-hmm.
Which, like the big one being like the Witch's Bakery, which Luna, you want to tell us a little about that?
The Witch's Bakery is an adorable like storybook type of game where you follow a little witch called Loon. And she moves to Paris to open a bakery, and her baked goods are basically supposed to make people feel happiness. So like she literally bakes bread that makes you happy. Like there's nothing more wholesome than that. And she has a little friend, a little sprite, which is basically a little pink cat. And it's very, very adorable. It's extremely wholesome, very cozy, and you come across other humans and stuff that you see are struggling, and so you help them with, baking bread to overcome their struggles, and it's very wholesome. Highly recommend checking it out. And I love that it was featured on Glitch.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, Luna's gonna be so excited.
Makes me
Another
very
one,
happy.
I knew this one was like one of the people on the team was a lady.
Mhm.
It's Consume Me, which is a very interesting kind of autobiographical game about her struggles as a young teen with weight and just self-image and dealing with a family that doesn't help that at all. And stuff like
Mhm.
that. I did get a key for that one a while back, and we played a little bit of it on stream, but I kind of stopped playing and didn't get back to it before things really like fell apart for her. So
Aw.
I got to get back to it so that like we can see that arc at some point. But it's a very unique little game. It's like a bunch of little mini games and stuff. And it was interesting because the one of the game devs was like, yeah, so when I was a kid, I did not play games. Like I thought they were stupid.
Oh
And
my
she's
god.
like, until I learned that they were a really great way to tell stories. And she made a
Yes.
game.
I feel like more people need to go through this lesson.
Right, yeah. And so it's a very interesting little game. It can be a bit heavy, obviously, because it deals with some
Mhm.
very heavy topics. Very things that might trigger you a little bit. So definitely a warning there, but it's very good. And the art style is adorable. And I think, it's important to have those difficult conversations sometimes and to talk about how it affected you, you know?
Absolutely.
Um, Another one that came up on the showcase that I had not heard of that I instantly fell in love with is this cute little game called Prickles. Um, this is a game where are you're like you're a plant. Yeah, you're a plant. You're a cactus.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah. So you're a little cactus. It's a point and click game, and you can kind of explore the apartment that you live in and find stuff to draw. And so it's like a little coloring game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like help your neighbors and unravel a mystery by like giving them drawings and like talking to them and stuff. And so it's just like a cute little cozy small game. With some interesting narrative, it seems like, and just honestly, just the premise was interesting. Like everything about it just looks so well me coded. I love the little plant people; they're adorable.
I mean, alone for that, I'm like, yeah, okay, Cess, hello here. There's a game for you.
Yeah, the developer's name is Filthy Houseplant.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I hadn't
goodness.
heard of that one, so thank you, Glitched, for bringing that one to my attention. There was another one that I thought both of us might find interesting. It's called Arcane Eats. It's like a little rogue. It's like a roguelike deck builder, and so you're like, what? But you're cooking food, with your cards. So like you have to like balance the resources of your cards to cook meals to serve different customer types. So like, pixies aren't gonna like the same thing that goblins like, and stuff like that.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah, it looks really silly. It looks like it's got a lot of humor in it. Like I just saw, like the cookbook is called the Gastronomicon. And you have to like rise up through the cooking guild before hunger consumes the world. It's just it looks silly, and honestly, I think the deck builder genre has been so interesting because you can literally make anything a deck builder. Like
I was gonna say, I feel like especially lately, there's been a lot more deck building games suddenly coming out, and I'm honestly all here for it.
Yeah, I've played a lot of different unique ones, and like this one looks like it could fit into that. Like, oh yeah, this is kind of a different way to play a deck builder. So I'm definitely interested to check that out at some point. I don't think they have a release date yet, but yeah, I thought maybe that would be something you and I would both be like, oh, that's okay. I'll keep an eye out. And lastly is another game that I had heard about. But I wanted to mention because it's kind of interesting. It's called Lily's World XD. And it's like a psychological horror game. And it's one of those games where you're basically investigating like a computer. So you're on this girl's computer, and everything's kind of like, 2000s and normal until it's not. Until things start getting like real spooky and murdery.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I've always kind of liked these types of games because
Shocker.
they're just really interesting. I just mean I don't necessarily. I mean, obviously, I love psychological horror, but I just mean the games where you're like on a computer or something and exploring it. Like I've always felt like, I don't know. I've always really enjoyed those kinds of games for some reason. I can't really explain why.
Fair.
But yeah, that one looked interesting. There were obviously more on the showcase. It was a longer showcase. But you can always go to glitchedsf.com and see the full lineup. There were a lot of cool games there, some that we heard of, some that we hadn't. So definitely check that out. Support women in game dev because, as we know, it's not always easy to be a woman in game dev. Okay. There also, just a quick mention, there is a Steam event going on at the moment. It is called the Steam House and Home Fest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it a lot because I am massive on like housing games. I love decorating. I love building. And this is everything to do with that. So if I would look into this a lot, I would be in a lot of danger. And I can't be in that type of danger right now. But if you love housing, decorating, building, organizing, any of that kind of stuff, cleaning, you should totally check out the Steam House and Home Fest, which will be on until April 6th.
Yeah, and like unpacking House Flipper 1 and 2, those are Those are on sale, I think. I was laughing because all the games on my wish list did not feel like they fit the bill. Like Creature Kitchen, I was like, I mean, you're in a house. Like, I guess you're cooking for animal. Maybe.
The kitchen is part of a house. Yes.
Yeah. But it's got all types, it's got a lot of house designing games. So like I mentioned House Flipper. But it's also got like a bunch of horror games, power wash simulator, virtual cottage hosey, which was a lot of fun. It also has Spirit City in there, which I guess because you use it for your chores counts. And I mean, you're in a house.
You're in a house and you get to decorate your room.
Yeah, so it counts. What I'm getting at is it's quite an interesting, like, what fits into the category. Just a lot of different stuff. So definitely worth looking into, especially if you're looking for your next cozy game. Snag it on sale if you're lucky, now that the spring sale is over.
Yep.
So... yeah. Was there anything else that you wanted to touch on before we got into our upcoming games list?
I'm gonna scroll through our little chat real quick because I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we.
Maybe,
I think we got it.
I think we did all the things. Yeah, we did.
All right.
That's
so
on the upcoming games. Yep.
Yep. Upcoming releases.
Woo!
Yeah. We have obviously a lot this time. Like usual, the normal amount.
Page.
Yep, that's right.
See how it is.
That's right. So yeah, April 6th, we have Hidden Around the World, which is another adorable hidden object game. The thing that I liked about this one, because I did try the demo for this one as well, the thing that I felt was unique about this one, was the way that you use like a little magnifying glass and you can see like into buildings and stuff. So there's like this added layer of stuff hidden with that magnifying glass mechanic. So I really liked Lost and Found Co. So I actually did just find out that I snagged a key for this one. So we'll be checking that out next week. I'm very excited because I loved Where's Waldo books, when I was a kid. And so I'm loving that this is like a whole genre of gaming.
I feel like this is another one of those genre that recently has just kind of exploded up. Or I don't know, maybe it's just that I'm hanging around with you now. And now I suddenly get all these like suggestions.
I feel like it's gotten a little bit more popular because I was playing some before by DevCats. Because they have a bunch of hidden object games, but I think these ones that are a little bit more animated and a little bit more lively are starting to really pop up. So yeah, which is exciting because they're fun games. They're good. They're good little puzzles.
Yeah.
And this one does still have a demo, so you can try it before you buy it if you'd like. And obviously, the art style is just so cute. Next up, April 7th, we have a game called Origamont. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. It's origami. Origamont. I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
Origamont. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway, this game looks delightful. It has a really cool mechanic where you are a piece of paper. You're a living letter. And so you can basically shape yourself differently to solve different tasks. So, you can turn into like a paper boat or a paper ball so that you can roll around. And you just kind of have to like go through these little puzzles. It's a puzzle platformer. It just looks really charming. I always like a paper craft game. And this one looks like it's got a lot going for it, like a couple different areas and stuff like that. And it looks pretty fluid. So that is April 7th. There's a demo, so you can try it, see if you vibe with it. I think it'll be it. Yeah, I think it'll be a hit. It looks very cute. It helps that they have that little like cat on the picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
It draws you in,
Absolutely.
April 8th, we have a game called The Occultist. This is not a Luna game, most likely,
No,
because it
I
is
already knew it wasn't gonna be.
it's a first-person narrative thriller. You play as a paranormal investigator trying to find your father, and spooky stuff, supernatural.
Spooky
It looks
stuff. Yay, my favorite.
it looks right up my alley because it's it's got like these weird elements, and I love a narrative, and I love a narrative that gives me a bit of a fright. So I'm hoping I'll get a chance to check this out at some point. That's April 8th. There's a demo, so try it before you buy it. Make sure you vibe with it. Make sure the gameplay feels good to you. And this one is interesting because it's a bit of a detective game on top of that. So, like, it's not, I wouldn't say it's leaning too far into the horror, but it's definitely going to have some jump scares and stuff like that. Luna's like, doubt.
The doubt. Strong doubt.
Next up, we have a game called Moses and Plato, Last Train to Clawville. This is a point-and-click visual novel detective game. It's by the same people who made Chicken Police, which is a delightful detective game. Very weird, but I loved it. And so I was very excited. I've been keeping my eye on this one because their humor is just so ridiculous. But yeah, this is a murder mystery on a train, so it's going to feel very, like Agatha Christie or whatever. Eavesdropping, interrogating passengers, time passing, trying to solve the mystery before the train reaches the last station. I love a good detective game. And
I
love
hate that.
Yeah, and the art looks good. Like, all of the characters look really interesting. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good one. There is a demo that you can try out before you buy it. That's April 14th. Woo! Moses and Plato, Last Train to Clawville. Next up, we have a game I've already mentioned before. Dosa Divas is coming out April 14th. I loved this demo. I loved everything about this demo. And I've been following the devs on Blue Sky, and I don't know if I saw them on Blue Sky or if it was like YouTube Shorts, but they had some videos where they were showing their, one of their team members trying to do the moves that they were using for animation. Because it's got like fighting elements to the game, right? And so it was really funny to watch him try and do some of these moves. And one of them, he was like, yeah, so it turns out you can't do this without a robot body. It's like, it's impossible. But I thought that was just like an extra charm to a game that already has a lot going for it, in my opinion. If you don't remember it, this is a game where you're battling an evil fast food empire run by your sister. And it's like a narrative turn-based RPG. So it's got a lot going for it. And like when you go into the cooking sequences, it's like this whole transcendent experience. It's wild.
Sounds great.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It does have a demo still. You can try it out. I had a lot of fun with the demo. So see if you vibe with it, because it's a very interesting game. It might make you hungry. Make sure you eat before you play. It's got a lot of really good looking food.
Too warning.
All right. Page 2.
Woo!
Let me pull it up bigger for my eyes. Mine eyes. All right. First game, April 14th as well. Not a Luna game. It could be a game for your husband, though, actually. Oh. This game is called Replaced. I played the demo. It was one that I played off stream, and I was just very impressed with how, like, the combat flowed really well, and like it all felt good to play. It's like a 2D platformer cyberpunk game where you're an AI trapped in a human body. And so you're trying to like fix that basically, or not be human. You're just like running through all these different like alternate 1980s America scenes that have like had a nuclear catastrophe. And I don't know, it flows really well. Like I just remember playing the demo and being like, yeah, I want to play more of this. Like I really like the combat just feels so good. It feels smooth. When you fire, you're like, yeah, that felt right.
Okay.
So that one looks pretty good. You can try out the demo yourself, see if you agree. And I think it has a potential to have a pretty good story as well. Because cyberpunk, it's a good genre. It works.
It is. It
is. This next one, Luna, you might also be interested in. It's called Opus
Prism Peak.
Yeah, Opus Prism Peak. It's a very anime style game. It's a narrative adventure, kind of a walking sim a little bit, where you are a photographer stranded in a place called the Dusklands, trying to help a girl who's lost her memories. And so you're just trying to like uncover the mysteries of the land with your camera and ultimately find your way home with this. I think she's kind of a stranger almost, but it looks like an anime. Like I'm just like,
Okay.
you look at the art and you're just like, oh, I could watch this. But in this case, you can play it.
I like that.
Yeah,
like
and
animes.
yeah, and a narrative adventure, especially in these styles, can definitely be it can pack a really powerful story done right. So this one has definitely had me interested. I don't even remember where I saw it. It's been on my wish list for a while. Yeah, April 16th.
I was gonna be a smarty pants and say you probably saw it on Steam.
Probably. This one is the only one that doesn't have a demo, so.
What, Opus Prism Peak?
Yeah, all the other games have a demo.
Sad. Need more demos.
Right? Well, I'm actually so happy with how many demos I say. I was like, yes.
Honestly, it's been really, really good. Yeah.
Next up is a game I have mentioned before, like 2 Next Fests ago, I think. Gecko Gods. A puzzle adventure where you are like literally a little gecko. Just running around, solving puzzles, being cute as heck. Yeah, it's so cute. Like just being a gecko alone, and then the puzzles look really solid. Nice big adventure for the little gecko. Very cute. It's April 16th. You can also try the demo. Make sure you vibe with the puzzles, because not all puzzle games are built the same. But it looks really solid. Just from the trailer, there's like so many different puzzle types. I think it could tickle the brains of a lot of puzzle game players.
Okay. Cool.
Next up, we have a game called Scriptorium. I was meant to play this during Next Fest, but I did not get to it. It was one of those where I'm like, well, it's probably going to be great anyway, so I'll try some of the other ones I'm more unsure about. So April 16th.
Talked about this before.
I may have, because basically what you do is you use kind of like stickers or cutouts or whatever, and you just create ridiculous manuscript art. And
as you do.
Yeah. And so you just kind of like make a story using all of these ridiculous sandbox items. And it's just a fun, creative game.
Okay.
It's, it doesn't really ask you to do very much at all, really. It's just like, yeah, just have fun with all these stickers, like, let's see what you can make, which I like. Sometimes you need something that you can just be creative with. But you can also do a mode where you have clients and they ask you to do, make specific scenes. So there is a little bit of on the rails if you need it, which I think you could have a lot of fun with and still create a variety of different things while still meeting the client's needs. So I think that one looks really good. Very, very creative. And the art is so really silly. Yeah.
I like the sound of it.
Next up is for Luna. I'm tired.
Wow. Luna has a game on this showcase? What? Next up is Shantytown, also coming out on April 16th. I actually did play this game, and enjoyed it very, very much. I feel like it wasn't a great stream game for me personally because I ended up being too engulfed in it. Like I was locked in. But it's basically a relaxing diorama building game about finding beauty in everyday chaos. So you build these tiny shanty towns in these like really obscure, small, tight spaces. And you're supposed to basically cram as much into a tight space as possible. So like putting up neon lights and all that will actually bring up the happiness of the town. And you can build very questionable looking builds, and you can also build like. Do you remember? I don't know if anybody remembers this. This is gonna age me like crazy. But do you guys remember the like old Polly Pocket house builder things? So
Yep.
Polly Pocket used to have a series where there were like these rectangular little houses, and if you got multiple of them, you were able to stack them on top of each other and mix and match and basically build your own Polly Pocket mansion. This, with how you build up your little shanty town, very much reminds me of that. Except obviously a, cyberpunk-esque, more shanty-ish version of it. Obviously, it's not going to be all pink and glittery like Polly Pocket. But I really loved Shantytown. It is a beautiful game, and what's more, this is made by one single person.
Dang.
This is made by one single person. So if you honestly, I want to just tell everybody, go buy this game. Okay? Go buy this game. This person absolutely deserves it. Like they've gone above and beyond to like really create a really cool, simple, relaxing game. So I'm really excited for this. And this is Shantytown. The demo is still available, so if you're not convinced, go convince yourself right now. Go download it. And this is coming out on April 16th.
Yeah, and I think we had Luna talk about it a little bit, like 2 podcasts ago, I want to say. It's like episode 20, maybe?
It was during Steam Next Fest, yeah.
Yeah, so it was really fun to watch you play that one. Because I tend to have a harder time with games like that, because I'm just like, I need someone to tell me what to do.
It does a good job as well. Like, so, like I know in some town builder games like this, you kind of get the everything available to you straight off the bat, right? And there's a sandbox mode where you do get everything available to you, but to have the things available in sandbox mode, you actually have to unlock them in the quote-unquote story mode first. And so on the story mode, you get like a selection of like 3 or 4 items that you get to use. So basically, it will give you like a window, and you'll have to figure out where you want to put that, or like it will give you, and it will combine things together. So if you get a house, it'll give you a door, and it'll give you a window, for example. So you put those down, and then it might give you a decorative item to put down near the house, and so on and so forth. So you do get like a set list, I guess, of items that you get to use it during a specific time. And I feel like that helps it not feel so overwhelming from the get-go, because I do feel like these town builders, when you log in, you load up the game and you want to build this town and you have like 5 billion options. You're like, I don't know what to do. Like, this is too much. It can feel very overwhelming very quickly and very easily. And Shantytown tackles that very, very well.
That's good. So like, there's like a progression to getting items, and I think that, I think that's that hits the nail on the head. Like, it just seeing all the items, you're just like, well, where do I start?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm not an architect.
I don't know how to do this.
This is above my pay grade. All right. Yeah. Those are some of our upcoming releases between now and the next episode. A lot of goodness in there. A whole lot of indie. If any of those
A
sounded
lot of
interesting
money.
to you, please utilize your Steam wish list. It doesn't matter how many games you have on your wish list. All you have to do is rank them and be like, look, if you're scared of my huge wish list, just sort by rank and buy 1 through 10, you know? Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
fill your wish
That's
list
what I did.
because it helps indie devs.
Mm-hmm.
It helps their games get seen. It helps them get recommended in this, like in the upcoming games. It helps
Mm-hmm.
put them into categories that they need to be in. It just helps. So I'm scared of my huge wish list. Don't be. Don't fear the wish list. Let it grow. Feed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Feed the
All
wish list.
right.
Do it.
Well, do you have anything else for us, Loonaromi?
No, I think that's it. I think that's all.
All right. Well, you heard it here. That is a yap.
I think that was our smoothest episode yet.
Possibly. I am Cesire. I stream 5 days a week, the weekdays, at twitch.tv/it's a tree with 3 E's. I also now stream at YouTube, but that's youtube.com/it's a Cesare. This is my co-host.
Hi, I'm Loonaromi. I stream about 4 days a week on twitch.tv/Loonaromi. I've also started co-streaming on YouTube, so you can catch me on both YouTube and Twitch. I also upload about 4 times a week. I do some shorts on YouTube and TikTok, and I also upload either a podcast or a sprinkle of VTubing on YouTube every single Saturday. So yeah, and you can also find me on like social medias and stuff as Loonaromi as well. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for yapping with us and listening to us. I hope we've helped you see some wonderful upcoming games, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We like pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps, pixels and yaps. We're yapping about pixels and computer games. Pixels and yaps.